Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa, and today I'm going to be talking about the Pantone Color of the Year for 2016. Yes, you heard me right, 2016. And I didn't remember that they announced this so early last year, but maybe they did. So I was really surprised to see that that announcement has already been made. I found out about it because I follow Jody over at Guru Beauty. I follow her on YouTube and as well as Instagram. She posted an Instagram picture that I was so inspired by. I just couldn't ignore it. So I thought this is going to be the inspiration for today's video. So for the first time ever, Pantone has selected two colors for the color of the year, blending two shades, Rose Quartz and Serenity, for their color of the year, to demonstrate an inherent balance between a warmer, embracing rose tone and a cooler, tranquil blue, reflecting connection, wellness, as well as a soothing sense of order and peace. Which I definitely see when you look at that photograph. It does, they are showing the blend, and it almost looks gray to me, like a grayish blue. You can read more about it on the Pantone website if you'd like to. You can also go on to the Sephora website because they have posted a whole handful of products that they are going to be offering for the new color of the year, although they're not available yet. But I did check those out and used those as a guideline for what I put together today. So one of my favorite things to do is to use that inspiration and walk through my makeup collection and find, what do I have that fits this new look or color trend? And that's exactly what I did today. And to kind of prove that point, I used two different palettes, one for my right eye and one for my left eye. So you might, from this distance, not really notice a difference in these two looks. They probably look very similar, but when you get up close, I think you'll see more of a difference in the way the colors look. On my right eye, I used the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and on my left eye, I used the Lorac Pro palette, the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the application process that I did to get these two looks. So I already primed my face with a moisturizer and sunscreen from Paula's Choice. I've also applied my foundation, and the one I'm using today is Born This Way from Too Faced. And what's my shade? Warm Nude. So I'm going to start off with this Longwear Cream Shadow from Bobbi Brown. The color is Shore. It really matches my skin tone really beautifully. And lately, I've been really liking having something that is going to cancel out a little bit of redness or veininess that is on my lids. So on my right eye, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is the first one, obviously. And I'm going to use predominantly these two shades here. So I'm going to start by taking Strawberry Bonbon and applying that all over the mobile part of my lid. And using this same brush, I don't care for this brush that much, so I don't get like, oh my god, am I grill about this. It's the Morphe 511, and it's really kind of pokes your eye a little bit. Next, I'm going to go into this Champagne Truffle shade and run that a little bit underneath my brow here. Just wiping off my brush a little bit because that was just a little bit too much. So now I'm going to take the Japanesque 140. It's a dual-sided brush. I just use it like a brush. One side's supposed to be to apply, and the other side's supposed to be to blend. I never really figured that out. But I'm going to go into Candied Violet, and I'm going to bring that up deep into my crease and then just kind of blend it up above a little bit so it shows above when my eyes are open. Just a little bit. I want to start kind of light and decide how much of that color I want to show. So because this is kind of like a bluish shade, I don't want to be like full on like, oh, she's wearing blue eyeshadow, even though when my eye's a little bit more open, you see more of the pink down here. Just kind of have to be a little bit careful of that. So I'm going back into the Strawberry Bonbon and I want to just intensify this because I want this to be a fairly nice contrast between these two shades. So you could leave it just like this, but I'm going to go ahead and kick it up a notch and use this Cherry Cordial shade here. It's, I would say, like a burgundy on, and using a Morphe S29 brush, which is kind of a small detail brush. And where I'm going with this, where are you going with this? I'm going to put it just like right here in the outer corner and maybe blend up a little bit in there. So, not a whole lot. So now I'm going to go back and do a few more little face things on this side. I'm going to apply my concealer and a little bit of brow color before I go ahead and do what I'm going to do at the lower lash line. So today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the lightest, I think this is the lightest shade, Fair. And I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Ooh, I'm so glad I didn't touch my face. Holy guacamole. That would have been tragic. And on my brows, I'm using the Brow and Hair Tint from Paula's Choice in the shade Fawn. What a difference that makes. Just darkening them up a little bit. So along my lower lash line, I'm going to take this really fine Morphe S6 brush. It's a little angled, skinny brush. I'm going to start with the Candied Violet and drag that along my lower lash line and then define the outer corner with the Cherry Cordial, which is that burgundy shade. I'm also going to intensify it a little bit right along my lash line here. So I went in and I tight-lined my upper lash line and applied some mascara to the top and bottom lashes, and that's look number one. For look number two, we're going to go into the original Lorac Pro palette, and we're going to use light pink, mauve, and this color down here, which is called Slate. So again, I'm going to use this big Morphe brush, this M511, which I don't like that much, but I'm using it. And I'm going to go into the light pink color, but I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the mobile part of my lid. So I just used the white shade and just put that up under my brow bone a little bit. So using the domed eyeshadow brush from Real Techniques, I'm going to go into the mauve shade. It's not mauve, it's mauve. And I'm going to use this in my crease. You know, actually you could stop here if you just wanted to keep it really soft and really neutral, but we're not doing that. So I'm going to then use this same Japanesque 140, and I'm going to use this to apply the slate color over the mauve, deep in the crease, and just blend it up. Very similar to how I did this, but you know, just going kind of gradual. Because you can always add more, you can't always take it away. Similar to seasoning your food when you're cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and do concealer and brow under this eye. This is very simple look. Now, using the Morphe S6, this little small angled detail brush, I'm going to do the Mauve first and then the Slate under my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and finish my face. For blush today, I'm going to use the Rockateur. I thought this would be a really pretty shade that would work with this. This is on a Wayne Goss number 12 brush. And then I'm going to pop on a little bit of this Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light. It's not my favorite. I'm going to use this e.l.f. dual fiber, very small brush. The reason why this isn't my favorite, it sometimes turns a little orange on me. But I'm just going to use the lightest little bit just to add a little definition. So then I'm going to add a little bit of highlight on my cheekbone. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector something in the shade Opal. This was from last year. Yes, I hardly used it. I love it, but I'm just going to dab a little bit. So for my lips today, I'm going to use the Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Lust for blush. So there was one other palette that I felt you could also use, and that is the new Naked Smoky palette from Urban Decay. And the shades here are High, which is this light, it's really a beigey pink here, and Slanted, which is the kind of a bluish gray. So I definitely think you could use this, maybe even bringing a little bit of the darker Danger in to create a similar look as well. I wanted to highlight a couple of different palettes that I thought a lot of people may have or own, so they could experiment with this new combination of colors and try them out, so that you realize you don't always have to purchase a brand new palette or eyeshadow to get the feel of a look. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. So Sephora is offering two matte lipsticks. One's in the pink shade, one's in the blue shade, and they're, actually talk about, putting one color on the upper lip, one color on the lower lip, and kind of blending the two. Blue lipstick is not for me, but I did notice that they were both matte formulas, which was one of the reasons why I chose this matte formula in kind of a pinky shade. Another one that would work is this e.l.f. in the color Tea Rose. Would offer a really pretty lip as well. Maybe have a little bit more of a purple undertone to it. And when you look at the lip glosses that they're offering, there is definitely a very strong Marsala shade in there. So I think that could work as well. So does anyone else think that that lipstick set reminds you a little bit of that watercolor lip gloss set? Was that from NARS about a year ago? That was kind of a fail, but it all had these really beautiful pastel shades that all look the same on your lips. But that's what that reminds me of. So I hope you liked this video. Let me know, are you yay, thumbs up or thumbs down on this new Pantone color of the year? I think some people's reactions have been, oh, it's pastels. That's not going to fly for me, and I totally understand that because I'm not so much a pastel girl for eyeshadow. I think it can look a little dated, but if you use the right accent colors with it, I think it can be really pretty. So I'd be interested in knowing what your thoughts are on the new color of the year. So thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Take care. Bye. So I want to wrap up this video with just saying, so many of you commented about the Suburban Warrior shade from Smith & Cult that I showed in the haul in my very last video. So many of you were taken by this shade that I actually decided to wear it today and put it on. It's beautiful. The coverage is great. It doesn't go on streaky at all. You almost could get full coverage in one swipe, but you really need two to get the color intensity. And I think this could be a really great option for holiday, for a change from using a red for holiday or one of those darker colors. It's like could be a really fun, bright holiday color. And for a bonus, if you wanted a color to really match this for your lips, this is from ColourPop, and this is I Heart This, one of their lippy sticks. It's such a dead-on match. It looks beautiful together.